Welcome everyone to our home exercise program. We're going to work some cardio today together with a bit of strength and stretch as a combination. Hope you enjoy it. We're going to start gentle, just by gently walking on the spot. Slowly warming up those joints. Move your arms gently with it. If you want, you can bring the knees up a bit higher and really work your feet. Roll the toes down. And focus on your breathing so it slow, gently flows in and out. So then we're going to walk forward. Tap our knees, walk back, bring the arms up gently. Walk forward, tap the knees, walk back, arms up, and forward, and back. So you really work your feet. Use your arms gently in the rhythm. Keep your focus on your breathing so it slowly goes in and it slowly comes out without too much effort. Good. And we're going to start walking sideways and then arm up and arm up. And once more, and we're gonna bend our knees slightly, as if you're sitting down on a chair. Make sure you still can see your toes when you're looking down, and the arms come to the side, palms facing outwards, thumbs up. To really work your back, you keep it nice and straight. You tuck your chin in so it's in line with the rest of your body. Hold the position and straighten up. And back down again. Hold that position. Work your quads. Work your upper back. Tuck your chin in. Keep your breathing nice and steady. And up. And once more. Bring the shoulder blades together. Keep the chin tucked in. Work your upper back. Work your quads. And up. And one last time. Good. Going to stretch the quads out. So work on your balance. Bring your heel towards your bottom. You bring the knee down towards the floor and keep it nicely next to the other knee. So you're not sticking it out on the side. You can bend the standing leg slightly so you work on its strength as well and you focus more on the balance. Okay, and we're going to change sides. So bring the knee into a good position next to the other knee and back. And you can bend the other knee. Work on your balance, feel it stretch in your quads. Good. And then going to bring the legs out slightly, arms to the side. And just do slight circles. Make sure your shoulders are down, not up on your ears. Pull the shoulder blades together. Keep the chest nice up so you're not hunched. Keep the chin tucked in and keep the circles. And the other direction. Make sure your shoulders are in a good position. Shoulder blades pull back and down. Chin is tucked in. Upper back is nicely in extension. Good. Shake the arms out. And we're going to walk And this time we're going to bring the arms up to the side, up into the side. So see if you can work your knees a tiny bit harder. So you're going to bring them up a bit more while you're working your arms. Continue to focus on the breathing, so it slowly flows in and out of your nose. And we will knees up and work the arms at the same time. Good. And we're going to go back, come forward, touch the floor, and come back up. And then hands up. Forward, touch the floor, back up, hands up. Forward, touch the floor, back, hands up. Touch the floor and back, hands up. Keep focusing on your breathing. Arms up. Get the air slowly in, slowly out. Good. And sideways. And up into a nice stretch. And to the side, up into a nice stretch. To the side and stretch. Really get the side to open up. Get the rib cage to stretch out. Take a deep breath in that position. Last 2 times. And really nice stretch. And again, really good stretch. And come into sitting position. So you imagine you're sitting on a chair. Get back into our original position. Arms facing outwards. Back is nicely extended. Chin is tucked in. And from here, we're going to bring the arms up. Hold it. Focus on your breathing. Use the time to get your breath under control. Slowly in, slowly out. And stand up. Same again. Into sitting position. Make sure you can see through your toes. Arms to the side, nicely extended back. Bring the shoulder blades together. Tuck the chin in. And bring the arms up. Hold them. Use the time to get your breathing under control. Work your quads. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And up. Shake the legs out. And work your balance. So get this left knee to bend while the other knee is coming, the other foot is coming towards your bottom. So you really work your standing leg while you're stretching your other leg. The quads, and you work on the balance. So you can keep your arm on the side, you can hold on to something. It helps if you touch your nose because it gives you different focus. Or you can focus straight ahead onto a spot on the wall. And the other side. Bend the knee nicely. The standing leg is really working hard. And the other leg is stretching. And again, work on your balance, work on your stretch, work on your quads and your standing leg. Make sure your chest is open, your back is extended, your chin is tucked in. Good. Shake the legs out. And we're gonna go feet apart, feet facing each other, and then you slowly come into squatting position, arms out. Make sure your chest is nice and open, chin's tucked in, good posture, and gently making sure the shoulders are down, rotating the arms. From here, we're going to move into one direction, slowly back, and into the other direction. Slowly back. Change sides. Change sides. Change sides. And take the arms and the legs out. One more round. So, running. Knees up. And while we're running with the knees up, we're going to introduce the arms as before. Up and to the side. Up and to the side. Up to the side. Up to the side. Up to the side. Work your legs. Work your arms. Keep focusing on the breathing. If you can, still breathe through your nose. Get the knees to come up and the arms to go up. 5 more seconds. And stop. So, we're going to drop forward, come down into low squat. From there, we're going to run back and jump into extension. Forward and down, back and jump. 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 And forward and down, and back and jump. And skipping to the side, nice stretch. Other side, really open that side. Take a deep breath in while you're stretching. And really get this stretch nice. So you open your rib cage. Good. And we're going to sit down. So again, make sure you sequence your toes when you're sitting down. Start into our original position. Back is nicely extended. Shoulders come down. Shoulder blades try to meet each other. Hands facing outward. Thumbs on the top. Chin is tucked in nicely. An elongation of the rest of your spine. So, right arm comes up. You bring the arms back to really help this extension of your spine, and you change. Change. Use the time to get your breath under control. Work your glutes. Make sure the knees are not falling inward, but pushing out over your toes. And get that breathing to quieten down again. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And shake the legs out and the arms. Going to bring the heel towards your bottom. So we're going to bring the leg back as far as we can. So I have nice extension in your back. Oops. And then from there, you bring the other arm forward to really stretch out your spine and your quads, and with working your balance and the strength in your standing leg. Focus straight ahead on the dog. It will make it easier with your balance. And really hold this nicely. Feel it stretch in your quads. And then you change. Heel towards the bottom. Bring the leg back. Bend your standing leg. Bring the other arm forward. Help you with your balance. Extend nicely through your back. Keep the head up in line with the rest of your back. Focus on your breathing. Look at the spot straight ahead to help you with your balance. Keep your standing leg bend. And maybe feel it stretching your quads. And come down. So we're going to bend the right knee forward. And keep the left leg in the back straight. The foot is angled at about 45 degrees towards the right leg. You're going to bring the arms out and just hold them there. Gently rotating in one direction and the other direction. And change, and change, and change. And then because I love it, I know we do it all the time. It's one of my favorite exercises. I'm going to bring the elbow towards the knee and stretch out over that elbow. So the other arm comes up, and really opening the side of the rib cage while you're working your quads. And you bring the arm back, other arm comes up, and you stretch out the rib cage in the front. And we change again. And change. And one more time. Good. We change legs. Really sit down into this leg in the front and have your weight equally distributed between both legs. Keep the arms out. Start with gently circling. Other direction. Good. And then we're going to bring the elbow down and stretch over. So really open the side of your rib cage. And change positions. And forward again. Really open that rib cage. And back. And really stay in your bend knee. And one more time. Forward. And back. And straighten. Shake the legs out. So we're going to do one step forward, one step back. Just a few times. You gently warm up and get your breathing under control. And we change legs. One step forward, one step back. And change again. This time we use our arms. When we come forward, arms come down. Arms come up. And change sides. Make the speed a bit faster so your legs work a bit harder. Now that your breathing has quietened down. And we're going to change sides and actually jump with the arms. So arms are up when you come forward, to side when you come back. Really get some speed into this movement. Work your glutes, work your arms, work your quads in this. And change sides. Good. Check the legs out. I want you to bring your heels together. Focus on your breathing. Slowly comes in, slowly goes out. So you're going to push your heels together really tight. And from here, you're going to come up on toes, keep your heels pushed tight. So if you do this right, you should feel your bottom really clenching. So heels together, push them together tight, lift the bottom up, lift the toes up. It really helps you engage your bottom. Work those glutes, really feel them engaging. Your hands behind, so you really work those hard. Get your breathing under control while you're standing in this position. Work your glutes, work your quads, work your calves. Make sure you're nice and upright, chin is tucked in, so you're really working your whole body. There's an emphasis on your glutes. And if you can balance that nicely, then we're going to start just lifting one leg up. Just the toes, so you waddle on the spot. So you're keeping your glutes doing all the work while you watch your posture. Just try down, slow your breathing down. You work your glutes, your calves, your quads. And all the muscles that help you to have a good posture. Good. Shake the legs out. So, we're going to bring the knee up to the elbow. So, breathing nicely up, so you now stretch your glutes out, and you're going to contract your tummy muscles at the same time. You want to keep your back nice and straight, so not coming forward. So you really work your lower abdominals while you're really stretching your glutes. So, going to do 5 more each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shake the legs out, shake the arms out. And we're going to come up, step back and kick. 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 And 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and change sides. Up, step back and kick. 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 And 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, shake the legs out. Now, next exercise is quite tricky. We're going to work our medial glutes. You're sitting here on the side, and they're responsible for you to balance your pelvis. So, if you look at this line, that's my pelvis. So, if I bring this leg up, ultimately, because there's nothing here to support the side, it should drop down. It doesn't, because your glutes are holding it in place. So I want you to lift your leg up and make sure that this line here stays intact. It doesn't drop down. It's difficult to balance, hold on to something. And again, you can focus straight ahead on the spot, you can hold on to your nose, all this helps. Now from here, I want you to lift up the other side, but not by doing this. So your shoulders stay completely still. All you do is to activate your medial glutes to lift your pelvis and trust your pelvis up on the other side. So I'm try that 5 times. 1, 2. So you should really feel this working here. 3, 4, 5. Good. Shake the legs out. Other side. So get the balance first. Make sure that side hip doesn't drop down, but it stays in line as it was before when you have both legs underneath you. Hold it. Remember, this is where you should feel it. 1, shoulders stay where they are. They're not moving. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Changing legs. Get it into a good position. So up. And this time we're going to bring the other leg out. So we're working this side and that side at the same time. Down. And up. Leg out. Back in. Back to neutral. Up. Back out. Back in. Neutral. Up. Back out. Back in. Neutral. Once more. Up. Back out. Back in. Neutral. Good. Same on the other side. So leg comes into position. Make sure you're straight here, not dropping down or lifting up. And then we're going to start lifting up, bringing the leg out, back in, neutral. Back up, out, back in, neutral. Back up, out, back in, neutral. 2 more. Up, out, in, neutral. Up, out, in, neutral. Good. And shake the legs out. So, I'm going to bring the legs apart. And I want you to really feel a nice stretch in your hip adductors while we're doing this. So, bring the toes inwards to stop you from sliding. Before no, I should stand so sit. Toes inwards. And we're just going to stretch the leg out towards the side, hold it. And with your outburst, see if you can go a tiny bit further. Make sure both shoulders are pulling down. You can enhance it a bit by pulling them back and down. Good. Back to the middle. And the other side. Really stretch this neck out. Bring the shoulder downwards. Feel it stretching the hip adductors. Push your hips forward so you're not sticking your bottom out. Bring out, open your chest so standing nice and straight. So you've got a really good standing posture. Head is tucked in while you bring it to the side. Good. Back to the middle. Make sure you can still feel the stretch. If you can't, bring the heels out a tiny bit more. And then we're going to rotate. So try and bring the chin over your shoulder. Still pushing your hips forward. Pulling your tummy in slightly. Make sure you're not standing into too much of an arch in your lower back. That's why you need to pull in your hips, your glutes, and then come back in the middle and go to the other side. And hold it stretch. Good. And then we're going to bring the knees slightly in and come forward and really stretch out our back. First, just bringing the hands down towards the floor. And then you hold onto your elbows and really let it hang out. So the head hangs and the arms hang. And you're just gently relaxing into this position. If you can, still feel a stretch on the inside of your hips, your upper legs. Good. And then slowly bring the legs together. Put the hands in the back and extend through your spine. Not tilting your head back, but keeping it in line with the rest of your body. And coming up. And we're doing this one more time. Good. Then we shake the arms out, shake the legs out. And we're just going to go into sitting position, onto your knees or onto your cross-legged, whatever is more comfortable for you. And we just focus for 30 seconds on our breathing. So just slowly breathe in. Get that breathing under control again. Breathe out. Breathe in. While you're sitting, make sure your chest is nice and open, the shoulders are down, not tucked up to your ears, the chin is tucked in. and ultimately your body's relaxed in your position. And one more deep breath. And feel it in all your lungs. So thank you so much for attending today. I hope you had fun and you enjoyed it. See you again soon.